Here we go, put this miserable song on repeat. Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't want to talk to me? You should know your time is up, I'm out, I'm done. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Yeah, yeah. So you thought I would let this slip. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. No, that's right. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this slip. So I put you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So I thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. We're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. Never feel. So I thought I would let this slip. Thought you knew me so much better. See me now, why don't you hear me out? Can't you see what we're about? I see you at my door, wanting in, come back for more. I don't want this anymore. Cause baby, we got issues, yeah. Not gonna make them dictate my life. So baby, if you got issues, yeah, don't you take them out of me. Honey, I think we lost it. Much. Yes, I'm not into you that much. So goodbye, my love. Already found someone that I'm thinking of. And I lose myself again. To someone who's got the touch. Someone who's got the Let me go, let me out. The time is precious to me, so you just have to do without. Here's something you can think about. You playing it good, there's no doubt. But you're the one that's missing out. Cause baby, we got issues, yeah. Not gonna make them dictate my life. So baby, So goodbye, my love. Already found someone that I'm thinking of, and I lose myself again. What's going on, people? What's going on? What is going on? Oh, my. Today promises to be a pretty interesting show. If you've noticed, I have not been live streaming much of late. Well, not shows anyway. I've been doing most of that on Patreon. If you want to catch me on Patreon, to catch the live streams, catch all that stuff, this is where you can find it. You know, what's going on, Maria Regina Oliveira dos Santos? Oh, Brazilian FBI, what's up? You know, today I am going to, let me take this tie off. It's a little warm in here. Today, you see the title of the show, Ask Your Godfather. You know, my daughter's not getting married, but it is a day that I've been wanting to do for a minute, because with everything that's going on YouTube right now, the manosphere, and I want to see how I can help guys, men and women, FBI, CIA. So you see the title. Where do you rank? Where do you rank? I've gotten more emails from people saying, you know, I'm just out of a divorce, I'm out of a breakup, I'm out of this, I'm out of that, and I want to know how I rank, how I look to the opposite sex. And you know, that is right up my alley. I know there's some guys on YouTube, there's a lot of guys say men can't judge men. That's bullshit. I get paid to judge men. I get paid to judge women. And today I'm going to do, if you're interested in actually understanding where your image is, your image is, whether it's personal or professional, what your, you know, the ballpark range for your SMV, your sexual marketplace value, let me know. Because honestly, it's time to show your work. It's the summer of success, and far too many people are out here just gorging themselves on content. You know, I'm seeing live stream numbers that are just dope. I love to see the interaction. But you know what? I've said it before. Information is only good if you apply it. And I want to see what people are today. Shout out to Kevin in the CIA. There you go, Donnell. Linen and loafers. That's what's up, fam. Linen and loafers. So, how does this work? Well, typically I have my, you know, my OBS set up with the green screen and all that kind of stuff. But today, I'm going to allow people to join in either via Skype, via my web conferencing service, Zoom, or if all that fails, to jump on a Hangout. And actually, you have to get on camera and show me what you're working with. If you have any questions about anything, today is the day to ask the question. But see, here's how we're going to ask these questions. Contact me. I don't want to just be answering questions in the chat room. I got too many dadgum pieces of equipment and software to where you guys can easily get a hold of me. Let me see. Who is it? Yeah, bye, Sasha. Yeah, poor baby. Poor baby. And you know what? I will use this like I always do.
when people come in and say silly stuff like that, that just shows you they're losing in life. And instead of just saying people are losing in life, try to help them. You can't win in life trying to shame somebody into being less than you. That's not how it works. You cannot go around and tell men that you can only date this one group of people. You can't tell women you can only date this one group of people. You got to get out here and compete. And people who compete don't complain. Let me say that again. People who compete don't complain. That's why I love what we do on this channel, because we're not complaining, we're competing. Ask the Godfather. Ask the God. So let me get this all set up. See how long I want this thing to run. Whenever I hear, like I say, whenever I hear a bunch of belly aching, a bunch of whining, you automatically know there's a problem. So here's what I want to do to eliminate that problem. What do you want to do? Ask Kevin. So got Zoom set up right there. Let me get myself back on screen so you guys can see me. And in the meantime, let's just chop it up a bit. Yeah, get the likes up, folks. Guys, get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. All right, right. So today's fragrance is Baccarat Rouge 540, the extract. Because today is just one of them days I just wanted to be on some baller shit. The link you sent for my, hey Kevin, the link you sent for Skype in the email doesn't work. Let me see. Let me see if it works for me. Join. Kevin Samuels has invited you to chat online, and then you click join on the web. Okay. Is it asking me to sign in? Let me see what's going on here. There should be an easier way to do this. Okay, you know what? I have a better way. I'll do this. I will do this, and I will do it this way. Copy URL. All right. There we go. Join me on Zoom. Zoom is what I use for my when I coach. It's a web conferencing platform. I like it better than Skype, honestly. Now Skype can be kind of buggy. Thank you, Eric. Michael B said I wore pineapple intense, and women and her boyfriend said, "Ooh, no homo, like that juice." That's what's up, man. People actually, oh man, probably got two cameras going. Yep. So active. Skype profile. So let me see if I can join. I like to see, Well, Zoom is going, so you should be able to join via Zoom. There we go. Admit to the waiting room. Minimize that. Move this over here. Can you hear me, Cole? You gotta increase your volume. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you have a? You're still pretty low.
Yeah, my microphone's pretty.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, so what's the question you got for me? Let me see if I can increase your volume over here.
I was just wondering, like, where I stand, physical stand.
Well, see, first off, you're young, so you're still growing into your body.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're 17, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, at a glance, man, here's the thing about being a 17-year-old. You're still growing into your body. Facial structure, the symmetry is there. What I would probably do initially is I would probably change your haircut up a little bit. It really doesn't do anything for your face. Do you work out at all? I can't hear you. Got to speak up.
A little bit.
Okay, yeah. That is one of the first things you need to start doing. You need to start push-ups, sit-ups, dips. You got to put on some muscle. I was skinny too, skinny until age 25. The difference as a young boy, as a young guy, as a teenager, the quicker you can get into your man physique, the better. Now, I can't tell you your style, personality, anything like that without actually going more in depth. First, I'd definitely start doing some push-ups, sit-ups, crunch, dips, put on some, and you're lucky these days because it's more about being ripped than, 30, 40 years ago is about being bulky. So you can still be thin and be in shape. Number one. Number two, do you wear fragrance every day? Cologne. Yeah. What do you wear?
I change it every day.
Okay.
You want to see your...
No. I just want to make sure you're wearing one every day. And then are you a senior or are you going to be a senior?
Yeah, I graduated.
So you're going to be going to, what are you doing in the fall? You going to college?
Yeah, I want to go to college. I don't know where I'm going yet.
Okay, so you will not be in school in the fall, or you will?
Hopefully I will be.
Okay. One of the things that comes across right here also is projecting when you speak.
Yeah.
People can't, women in particular, pick up a lot on your confidence by the tone of your voice. If you know you're soft-spoken, you're going to have to start learning how to speak from your stomach, from your chest, not from your chest, but from your stomach, your dantian. Push. Were you in band or anything like that ever? Have you ever played an instrument? Okay. So here's something that you want to do over the summer. Go to Toastmasters. Go to Toastmasters and learn how to give a public speech, because that will help you with your confidence when you're talking to strangers. It will help you because you have to actually stand up and actually give a speech. It will also help you hear yourself. Right now, this is recording, so you can listen to the difference between the way I speak and the way you speak. I speak with authority. If you start just doing those few things, one, because from your face, you're not a hideous dude. You're a good-looking kid. I would change up the hair a little bit, but working out, fragrance. But when you actually, that's just the first 7 seconds. The appearance that puts you in a yes or no category. Then you got to deliver. Then you got to still be able to make eye contact and talk. Okay. You're a patron of mine, so I'll be putting an email out this evening about the Summer of Success coaching stuff. All right. So be looking for that somewhere in the evening. All right. Got any other questions for me?
It's just what hairstyle do you recommend?
We'll follow up on that one.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Cole. Bye-bye. Could you guys hear that? Can I share the live on Facebook? Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead. Let me. Where is that widget and gadget? All right. Also, I was going to send myself something. That's right. Guys, regardless as to what you're doing, whether you're going to be in school or let's just take it that you're going to be in school this spring. What you want to do is you need more. I've talked about things your father should have taught you. You know, we talked about the external stuff, you know, image, things like that, confidence, way to speak. But there's a big part of this is where you live. Yeah, I got allergies. Allergies bother me. A big part of a guy is how a guy comes across to a woman or to other people is where you live. This is why going off to college tends to do so much for young men. Why? Well, because they get a chance to actually live on their own for a minute. They get a chance to actually be away from mom and dad. So let me ask you, what does your apartment look like? Your apartment, I'm going to assume that most people have an apartment. So if this is not now, this is something to kind of get into. Your apartment, your house, where you live says so much to you. You need to make sure your place looks cool. Meaning that regardless as to your style personality, you need to make sure you invest money in a quality bed. Let's start there. A bed is the most important thing in your house. I'm raiding my dad's closet as we speak. Good. You want to the most important thing in your entire house, your living place, is your bed. And that may be a twist to a lot of folks, because guys, you'll lay down on the mattress, you'll lay down on the floor, but you spend a third of your life in bed. Think about that. If you live to be 99 years old, let's say you live to be 99 years old, you'll spend roughly 33 of those years in bed. Don't you think that's important? Don't you think that? I would think that you guys will understand how important this is. So it is extremely important you invest good money into your mattress and because a good night's sleep does so much for your body, especially if you're working out. You're working out, guess what they tell you? You need to rest. When you're resting, your body actually grows. So don't go out and get a $50 mattress. Here's what you do. Go to the local mattress factory defect place, the place that sells secondhand mattresses. Listen, secondhand mattresses. I went and looked for a mattress. I'm gonna tell you a story. About 25 years ago, I went to look for a nice bed, my first bed. And the mattress I liked at the time, it was $1,500. $1,500. Yeah, I'm already taking Claritin. I've Sudafed. It's because I have this fan on. It's hot here. So it was top of the line memory foam bed, right? I didn't have that kind of money. I was making $35,000 a year. I didn't have $1,500 for a mattress. So I got in the yellow pages, which was Google before Google, and I found the local mattress factory secondhand place. And I called them up and I said, hey, because this is before the internet. I'm like, hey, what do you guys have? And I kind of described the mattress. I was kind of my wish. And they said, well, I can't tell you exactly what we have and don't have because that's against the law. But we just had a mattress that kind of matches that description. If you can go ahead and get down here real quick. So I drove like the Flash over there. They had the very mattress that I was looking at. The mattress was $1,500. They had it for $200. I said, what's wrong with it? I looked all around and there was nothing wrong with it. I looked up, down, pushed on the mattress. It had never been slept on, still wrapped the same way. You know what's wrong with it? The tag was sewn on upside down. And that made it defective. So they couldn't sell it. So the tags on the mattresses, the tags on the pillows, that stuff really does matter. So I got a $1,500 mattress for $200. That's what you guys should do. Go look for irregulars and things like that. Go find what a good quality mattress is, whether you like hard, soft. You need to really spend some time with this, guys. Don't just go buy a bed. You need to get something that's going to give you a good night's sleep. Then you have to invest money in the pillows. Who's ever heard this stuff? What up, Alex? Who's ever heard this stuff? Is this new information to any of you guys? Go ahead and guys hit the link, share some love. Appreciate Donnell for getting the guys started off. The pillow. You may be a side sleeper, a back sleeper, stomach sleeper. There's different pillows for that. And getting the right kind of pillow is just as important as the mattress. You may even need a body pillow. And all of this stuff is going to come down to when you walk into your bedroom at night, it needs to be a place of rest. No TV in your bedroom. That's right, no TV in your bedroom, none of that bullshit. You want some music? Bring your iPhone. In your bedroom, bed, nightstands on either side, and your drawer, and your chest of drawers or your dresser, whichever. I have a king size bed. I've showed you guys pictures. I'm not going to show you my actual bed, but I showed you guys pictures of it. I have a low profile bed. I used to have a high California king. At the end of the day, guys, invest in a quality bed, quality pillows, and a sturdy frame. This is where you want to invest the bulk of your money in your house. Let's say, for shits and giggles, let's say you have $2,000 to decorate your apartment. $2,000 to decorate your apartment. You want to spend at least $700 to $800 of those dollars on your bedroom. All right. The next thing you want to invest in, and okay, I finished the bed. Yeah, see, the cool thing about the bed is, let's be real, man. When you inviting a little sexy honey back to your house, and especially if you're young, she's gonna be looking at your house and your apartment, your bachelor pad, and see whether or not it's someplace she wants to lay down. And if it looks like a frat house, if it looks like, a locker room, she's not going to feel comfortable. But if she comes in there and it smells good, it's clean, it's neat, it's nicely appointed, and you should be able to see. And in most places, you'll be able to see into the bedroom from the living room. If she can see in the bedroom and the bed is just nice, and you have a nice set of sheets and a nice comforter, the work's half done. Because I don't allow shoes in your house, right? So that's part number one. All right, guys, I set this up as a call-in. So who else is calling in? If you're wanting to do an on-the-spot eval Maria says the place has to be clean. That's the conference. That's the room number we're in today. If you want to pop in, ask me a question, pop in and ask me a question. This is where I'm answering questions. So once your bed is done, you got to get some nice sheets. You got to get 3 sets of sheets because you got to change these weekly. You need to change your sheets weekly. You need to learn how to take care of a bed. A mattress needs to be flipped every 4 to 6 months. You need to actually wash your pillowcases, especially if you're a young guy and you have acne or are prone to pimples. You got to wash those pillowcases because this is where all the sweat and oils and, man, your bed gets nasty. Changing your sheets. You want to have nice thread counts, dark sheets, because you don't want to have light colored sheets, especially if you're going to have female company over for various reasons. You want to have a nice comforter, and then you also want to have a throw that sits on the front of your bed. And should be decorated well to where your pillows are there, and then maybe some decorative pillows. Sturdy bed. This is the most important thing. Then the next most important thing is your chair. Now I don't expect you guys to be able to go spend a bunch of money, but like contemporary furniture, modern furniture is what I'm into. As a man, you don't want to go get anything that looks like Little House on the Prairie or your grandma. Anything that's big, oak, you want it to look like a bachelor pad. Think about Eddie Murphy Boomerang. Think about the TV show used to be called Frasier. Think about, Will Smith and Bad Boys. Anything that just looks sleek and modern. There you go. All right. You want to spend the next part of your money is on a chair. Okay? I would say get a chair and then a love seat. No couch, a love seat. Why do you want a love seat? Well, a love seat is smaller. So if you have company over, sit next to on the love seat. You're already close enough to escalate. Where can you buy a lot of this stuff without breaking your bank? I would suggest IKEA. IKEA to me is like Suit Supply. Is a nice, safe bet. You can go buy, but it's not, it's not going to be stuff that's going to last you forever. But IKEA stuff is nice, clean, nice lines, contemporary. You put a lot of this stuff together yourself, whether it's black, cherry wood, glass, and stainless steel. Cool. Amazon, if you know what you want, especially if you live close enough to go to a local IKEA and walk through. Now, see, we got 137 people watching, only 52 likes. Guys, let's get the likes up, please. Yeah, because when you come in your house, man, when you come in your place, you want to open your door, and that shit should be an oasis for you. When I lived in Dallas, my loft was so well appointed, they actually used it as the model for the community I lived in. You'll walk in, and the climate control, the air conditioner would come on like an hour before I got home, so it'd be nice and cool. I kept it clean. I had a maid that would come through every 2 weeks to do the baseboards and all that stuff. I had fresh flowers, gladiolas by the door. I had stargazer lilies and things like that would sit on the kitchen counter. I had a fountain. I had candles. That's lemon verbena, patchouli, ling ling. It would just smell good. And then on the wall, I had artwork, paintings, or masks. Feng shui your place. I had a little small dinette over to this side. The kitchen was there and the living room was there. And music would be playing as I walked in. So it's jazz. So as soon as I open my door, I'm in my Shangri-La. Now you ask yourself a question. You go out on a date with a woman. You go out to dinner. You go out, you have a nice dinner or whatever. You invite her back to your place. You invite her back to your place and it looks like that. It's clean. It's on. See, first of all, if you guys are on Instagram, you want to follow me on Instagram because that's where I go live most of the times. Follow me on Instagram. And guys, come on, man. Show some love in this super chat. Put $1 in there. This is $1, $2. Do something, guys. I'm giving you guys dope level knowledge. Now, shouldn't have to say that, but maybe you forgot. Maybe you're just so enthralled you forgot. So, all right. You need to think about this. Think about if your place was just laid out like that. Some ghost and power kind of stuff. When you wake up in the morning, you're looking around and your place looks cool. You go in your closet and it's well appointed. You got your nice wardrobe together. You go outside. I would rather you invest money into your furnishings, into your wardrobe, and drive a moderate car. Let me tell you why. You can drive a nice fancy car, but if you're driving back to shit, it doesn't matter. But if you have a nice moderate car and you're driving back to a downtown loft with exposed brick and exposed piping and art and everything, man, dude, let me tell you, this is the dope shit. This is the stuff that separates the men from the boys. Most guys can't even keep their fucking bathroom clean. And we're talking about decorating your pad. And I did this shit in college. That's right. College.
Put some respect on his name. Shoutouts to the Godfather.
Appreciate it, Morning Blue. I did this stuff in college. Yes. I built up little nicks. I took money that I would get from my internships, or a little bit of money that I had left over, and I'll buy little knickknacks. But right out of college is where I actually invested into my bed, my chair, and you need to have a nice chair. I like a nice big.
Showing some love to the family.
Thank you, Franca. A nice high back chair with an ottoman to put your feet up on. A nice little. I didn't have a coffee table. I had a chest. I had unique stuff. I had a plate with some croquet balls right there. I had bi-level candles. This place is dope, man. And the cool thing is, you get a nice painting or a nice picture, take your time. But every time you put something on the wall, you need to put the proper lighting on it. You need to run the lighting to light the picture the right way and then hide the cords. So when you come into the house, you turn on the lights, and you don't have to turn on a big bright light in your spot. You turn on the picture lights. Music's playing, smelling good, flowers right there. And all you got it kind of dimly, kind of cool lit, man, please. Straight up Eggs Benedict. I'm an Eggs Benedict kind of guy. I'm telling you, most of the work is done. And then you ask, hey, would you like a drink? Yeah, what do you have? You a white wine, red wine? What do you prefer? And actually have a Pinot Noir, a Pinot Grigio, a Chardonnay, a Cabernet, and a Zinfandel, a white Zinfandel. Keep those 5 bottles of wine. Get you a decent bar. I'm telling you some player levels. Y'all need to be taking notes. This is not going to stay up, by the way. So take advantage. This is not going to stay up. This is Patreon level stuff. Saltwater tank setups, yes. So, now Mike is getting ahead of me. See, pets. You need to make sure that if you're a pet person, pets restrict where you can live. But saltwater tank, that kind of stuff, style choice. But I did it too. But saltwater tanks can eat into your budget. But then the thing you want to make sure is that you have a vacuum cleaner and you invest in high quality cleaning goods, I want you to keep your fucking place clean. If you have hardwood floors, I want you to make sure they're clean. I want you to make sure the scuffs are off of. If you have carpet, it needs to be clean. It needs to make, you need to make sure it's you have nice room deodorizer in there. And I'm gonna tell you, man, we're already working 60 hours a week. So you can hire a maid to come in at least once a month and hit that bathroom and hit the ceiling fans and all baseboards and all that shit that you don't want to do. That's right. She can hit all the stuff that you don't want to do. Because honestly, dude, a lot of stuff, women are into details, man. I'm on Cash App too, guys. So here we go. Several ways to support the stream. You got cool music playing. It's laid out. She's coming in. You already have your shoes to where you can kick your shoes off and have something there, you know, a shoe rack, or someplace cool to where she can set her nice red bottoms. Because y'all dating bad bitches. Y'all not dating 4s and 5s. Y'all are dating 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. 8s, 9s, and 10s. That's what you're shooting for. That's what Cole's going to be getting. That's what you guys are shooting for. I'm only 18, but you appreciate it. Good, man. Hey, Sarah, bro, I started this shit out at 18 years old, man. No, not 18, 19. I lied. Freshman year.
Kevin looking like the Black John Wick. Much blessings.
That's right, boy. I can't breathe as it is. I don't want to. Seb, I started out at 19, fam. I had my first condominium at 19. And what did I have? I had furniture for my family. Pieces here and pieces there. But I would go out to local garage sales. I would go out to little antiquing spots. I would get stuff and I would build it up. But my sophomore year, my junior year in college, I did my first internship my sophomore year. I bought my bed. You buy it over time. But when you start getting your first paper, I am going to say this. Look, if you get nothing else from anything, buy a good fucking bed, man. You gotta buy a good bed, gentlemen. You gotta buy a good bed. Look, I know there's been a lot of shit going on YouTube about broke, stingy, and cheap. Y'all know I am not. I don't accept any of that shit. Don't sleep on a cheap bed and don't walk around in no cheap shoes. Bullshit. All right, so you need to be able to sit in your living room. And if you decide to have a TV, honestly, I don't watch much TV. I have a huge TV. I don't watch much of it. Your TV should become art as far as I'm concerned. Put your TV over your fireplace, over your mantle, bolt it on the wall, and get nice pictures or something up there. If you want to turn it on from time to time, you want to watch YouTube up there, that's what you do. But you need to be sitting in that chair on your Kindle or reading a book. This place needs to be where you can have a nice drink. If you go out onto your patio and want to smoke a cigar, smoke out there. Okay? Your living room needs to be someplace where you can sit with your homeboy. You know, you don't want your love seat to look, sissy. It needs to look masculine. So your homeboy can feel comfortable sitting over there. You know, if you decide to play some Madden or whatever. But when it's time to woo! Godfather's about to lace you. See, what my CIA boys, what my agents can do, what you guys can do, how many FBI do we have in the house? This goes for the FBI too, for the ladies. I ain't forgot you. I know y'all there. The advice is the same, ladies. The difference thing is I want you, instead of have a love seat, I want you to have a chaise lounger. Chaise lounger. That's what I want you to have. The advice is still the same for the women. You may not necessarily need an ottoman for your chair. Okay? You need to have a nice dinette. 2 chairs, 4 maximum. Because CIA men can cook. FBI women can cook. Because remember I did that stream about when you invite her over and you're in there cooking in the kitchen and she's sitting over there drinking wine with her shoes off and she's watching you in the kitchen cooking? That meal rarely gets eaten. In the kitchen, you need to have real glasses. Not paper cups, not red cups, real glasses. Again, go to IKEA. You can get a lot of this stuff. You need to have real plates. You need to have real silverware. Not the shit from Cane's Fried Chicken. You don't need to have a ton of stuff. It just needs to be cool. You need to have a knife set, a can opener, a mixer. If you drink coffee, a coffee maker or an espresso maker. It needs to all look cool. It all needs to blend together. What I'm describing to you guys is where this is your bat cave. This is where you go to recharge. This is where you go to get your head right. This place needs to be your own masculine oasis. Okay? That's what it needs to be. It needs to be something that you can just go rest and not have to deal with the foolishness of the world. Shoe Tree, I don't know why that timed you out, man. Sorry about that. Your own, because I will say this. There's a lot of stuff that goes online talking about female nature and this and that, women and blah, blah, blah. A lot of bullshit ass talk. This is practical application stuff. This is doing stuff. And guess what? It also takes you planning this out, because the stuff you get, you want to make sure that I'm a believer in minimalism. Don't get a ton of stuff. Get something that's minimal. I'd rather you get a smaller apartment on a better side of town. That's right. I would rather you get a 700 square foot apartment on the hot side of town than a 1,000 square foot apartment and you got to drive 30, you got to commute 45 minutes to work. I said this on Instagram the other day. Live on the happening side of town. Live where the art museums are, the walking districts, all that cool stuff. That's why I say don't be afraid, and especially as a guy, you can actually get a converted loft, a converted garage. Here we go. Go tomorrow. Okay, so K. Michael says, are you saying plastic cups aren't okay for serving wine? Well, it ain't okay for us. It ain't okay for CIA men. You know, in the Black community, the term agent has a negative connotation. But I'm going to start using the word agent, because you're agents of change, agents of movement. Look, man. What is it, K. Michael? K. Michelle? I don't know how you pronounce that. You just call him K. Think about it, man. When you wake up in the morning, you waking up in your nice bed, you feel rested, your back ain't hurting. You jump up, then you go and do your morning routine, and then you got to get out of the door on the way to work. You know when you come home, your place is going to be clean, neat. You ain't got to step over a bunch of bullshit. It looks like a man lives there. So when you take your shot, you don't get the choosing signals. You actually go holler at a woman and you make the shit happen and you invite her up to your place. She is going to be like, oh, this dude ain't like nobody. He ain't like the other ones. Because see, it's this kind of shit right here that makes you sexually desirable too. Because it shows that you have some forethought. Women love dudes like this because they love to go brag to their friends. Girl, this dude, I was at Whole Foods Market. I was over at Barnes and Noble. I was at Post Office, and this dude came up and he approached me and he hollered at me. Yeah, like old school dude. Yeah, and we decided to go out and we had a nice time. And I was feeling him. But I didn't want to play it. I still had to play it cool, girl. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, he invited me back up to his place, but he's such a fly ass dude. I was like, let me just check it. He's driving a little Honda Civic, a little Honda Accord. He ain't, last dude I was hollered at me, he's driving a Bentley, But we went back up to his place and it didn't look like much or nothing on the outside, girl. But then we opened the door The place was just, oh, I was at home. It was this. I could walk around on the carpet and I didn't feel any crunch berries or peanut flake. I mean, or sunflower seeds or nothing. Shit. The carpet was soft. I didn't have to feel like I didn't feel, because that's something. Come on, man. I went to the bathroom. It didn't smell like piss. It smelled like patchouli and ling ling. It was smelling good and shit. I went to wash my hands and he had some real grown goddamn man soap, not a funky ass bar Ivy soap. He had a nice soap pump. He had towels that actually were not hard. He had actual towels and he had paper towels there in case I didn't want to use his decorative towels. He had real paper towels there. Yeah, and I took a sniff. I sniffed all air because I was like, at this point, I was like, shit, we may have something here. He had a glass of wine and we were chilling, girl. Next thing you know, one thing led to another and shit. I was making that nigga egg up in a dick. I won. I ain't never dated a dude like this before. That dude I ever had, they had a roommate or, they tried to take you to the hotel or hid in the back of the, in the back of the car or something that's coming back to your place. Or the dude that did holler, that drove the really nice car, but then this place looked like shit. I think I'm going to pull my panties down over there and being, what I'm going to put back on? Come on, man. Your godfather knows because I work with women. I have female clients. I have more female clients than I coach women. I know what women want. The kind of women, not all, well, I'm going to say it. I know what women want. Our women want the same thing. They just want it from different guys. What's up, Adrian? Man, see, here's the thing, dude. Women want to, I told you, every woman wants her man to become the man. And if she feels like she got something that ain't out there, she want to have some shit she can brag on. That's what these bros, they want to do that they can brag on. And here's the thing, man. It's like, once you got this shit done, you set it and forget it. Have you ever fished with multiple poles? Boom, 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 boom. You set it and forget it. Come back to the fish. Ain't nothing on that line. Ain't nothing on that line. Your mindset, you would feel better living in a place like this. Bed that's comfortable. A chair that's comfortable. A spot that's comfortable. You move on up the corporate ladder, or you decide to go ahead and do what I suggest every guy do is move across the country, move to a different city. Don't be born, raised, live, and die in the same goddamn city. Move. If you're from Florida, move to If you're from Florida, move to Texas. If you're from Texas, move to New York. If you're from New York, move to California. Move. Don't stay in the same place, because you'll be amazed at how different life is in different regions. But at the end of the day, if you have small, minimal, high quality stuff, then you don't, let's say you get an opportunity to move. You don't want to be packing a bunch of shit with you. If you're going to have to put it on a moving van and truck it across the country, you want it to be nice. And here's something else. Especially when you're starting out, let's say you do it like I did. You came out of college, you got a lot of your stuff at IKEA, right? And you moved it from here or there. It's close in the region. But when you get that real bump, and you have a real opportunity, you may have to end up selling all your shit and starting over. Because it may be more economical to not move it. If the stuff you have cost you less than $3,000, right? If your entire place from after college or high school costs you less than $3,000, and you have an opportunity to move to another part of the world, right? Another part of the country or world, if it's going to cost you $2,500, $3,000, it would make more sense to just start over. Damn, you give us the blueprint.
Damn, you giving us the blueprint. So a dope apartment can beat out BMW? I thought it was opposite way around.
Let me tell you why a dope apartment can beat out a BMW. First of all, I drive a BMW, but I've always had dope places. A BMW, you can rent somebody's BMW. How many dudes are flossing a day? Go out and rent a car, borrowing their friend's car. A chick will look at you different driving a BMW. I'm not gonna lie, I've seen it. But the thing is, that's just the hook. You are the BMW because you are CIA. You gonna nail it because she's gonna see you and you're gonna look like the best definition of a sexy motherfucker. So that Honda Accord you're driving is gonna look just fine to her because it's gonna be clean, gonna be neat. The wheels are gonna be washed. You're gonna have the armor all on the tires. It's gonna be just fine because you're gonna be good. So a lot of times dudes compensate with those things. But BMW cars depreciate. The stuff I'm talking about in your house, you spend more time in your house than you do in the car, fam. What can you, let's just say, baddest bitch, you driving around town with her, right? But you only out in the car between here and there. Y'all ain't eating in the car. Wherever y'all go, you're there. But when you go back, where does she have to, where does all the action happen? So this is some shit your grandfather has to tell you because your daddy didn't. This is where all the action happened. Yeah, man. I've had to give stuff away, you know? And I'm gonna tell you what I did is like, sell it, give it away, you know. But you got to ask yourself. See, another thing is CIA men, we don't get attached to shit. One of the things as an image consultant, I know the average person doesn't wear 70 to 80% of their wardrobe. There's several reasons why. But you think about it, we just hoard stuff. And as an agent, man, you want to be able to move. You can, with the economy the way it is, you can move up faster if you can leave Cleveland and move to Austin. If you got to compete in Cleveland, you can't change what's going on in Cleveland. But if they say move to Austin, there's more opportunity. You can make 60% more. You got to go. And you don't want to be packing a bunch of shit from Cleveland to Austin. You already got the blueprint. You can do it again. And guess what? You can do it better now because you know how this shit works. Feel me? A lot of times companies will give you a moving allowance or moving bonus or something. Man, because what's the most important thing in the entire house, man? The bed. Mattresses. 10-year mattresses. You need to switch your mattress every 10 years. I think there's some mattresses that are 20 years now, but you need to switch them. Switch your mattress. So why would you move a mattress you've had for 7 years? Spend hundreds of thousands of dollars moving it across the country just to get rid of it in 2 years. That's right. All right. So these are the kind of things, you know, and I spend a lot of time talking about women because it's relatable. But you know damn well, if you've stayed in the Motel 6 before, or, you know, no shade on Motel 6. I've spent a lot of time in the Motel 6 or Super 8, that kind of shit, you know, especially when money was tight, the extended stay. But you also know what it feels like to stay at the Fountain Blue or the W or Mandalay Bay or the Bellagio. You know what it's like to go eat at, you know, Red Lobster, Long John Silver's. But then you mess around the first time you went to the difference between that and Papado. You know what it's like to go to Western Sizzling or go to Outback, and then you fuck around and go to Ruth Chris or Del Frisco. There's levels to this shit. Same thing with where you're living. You want to constantly increase your standard of living for your mindset. Because again, you're spending a third of your life in the bed. And when you're not in the bed, you're on your feet. This is why you do not buy cheap shoes. And then here's the thing. If we had daddies, fathers like I'm thinking fathers should be, fathers would have told us this stuff. Your father wouldn't let you walk around in no cheap shoes. Man, it's too hard on your knees and on your back and everything else, man. No, you need to take care of your feet. Buy good shoes, go to H&M, buy fast fashion. Say I hate Motel 6. Well, you ain't meant to love it, but the thing is, it got the job done. I hate that little funky ass bar of soap though, man. That shit is hard on your skin. Oh. Talk about some Godfather shit. Thanks, Dwayne 2827. When you buy soap and shit for your house, don't buy cheap soap, man. Black soap, that's cool. This Shea Moisture, that cocoa butter, they got an entire line of Shea Moisture body products. Thing is, man, is you want to have stuff that's going to protect your skin. And we overlook this, man, because as guys, we just look at it as functional. But once you start, here's the thing: if your life has thousands of little things, hundreds of little decisions you have to make any day, any given day. You get up, you go to the bathroom. Yes, the type of toilet tissue you wipe your ass with matters. Yes, 2-ply cottonelle soft is a difference in that raggedy ass 1-ply stuff for your asshole. You goddamn right. The soap you put on your body, you know, I want you to, and here's the thing, when you start treating yourself like this, you have a standard for yourself. You refuse to you won't let people in the work world, the professional world, treat you that any kind of way, and in your personal life. When you set a standard for yourself as a man, the world sees how you treat yourself and acts accordingly. That's why I'm so heavily against this cheap shit, because the world sees how you treat yourself. And every time they want to give me Mark Zuckerberg and all this other kind of shit, let's be real, man. Gucci didn't make their money selling to Mark Zuckerberg. They made their money selling to not celebrities. You can't make a multinational company selling to celebrities. 2-ply bed wipe. Check out Dude Wipes. Dude Wipes. Thank you for bringing it up. Dude Wipes. Must have. Must have for this time of year. Dude Wipes, especially face wipes. I sweat a lot from my face. I carry Dude Wipes face wipes just to freshen up my face in the hot times of the year, man. Because you know what it feels like when you're sweating and you get all kind of oily feeling and shit. Man, you just feel funky. Pop, pop, pop. Get on the fuck out of here. And I'm going to just say it. I'm going to say it too. You've been out all day, and depending if you can't get home, I like to shower. I shower 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day on the summertime. And it just gets hot down here. It's 100 plus. Them Dude Wipes, man, you can easily just take and swab your nuts. Because I hate swamp ass, man. I hate swamp ass and swamp crotch. Take a Dude Wipe, go into the local On Q or 7-Eleven, go in there, whap. Clean that shit out, wipe all that funk off your nuts. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate it. I mean, this is real talk, man. You do this for you. You do it. You know, if you want to wipe your face, cool. You want to. I don't suggest hitting your underarms because that's where the deodorant is. Busting them, cleaning nuts up. I mean, it's 100 degrees out. If you live in Houston, any place where it's hot and humid, yeah, man. Yeah, Dude Wipes, man. And hold up. I'm gonna have an intermission. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna show you guys some stuff.
Here we go, put this miserable song on repeat. Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't wanna talk to me? You should know no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence. So now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. Yeah, yeah. So you thought I would let this live. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. No, that's right. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence. So now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this live. Thought you knew me so much better.
There we go. Dude wipes. Dude wipes. These are face wipes. 97% water, plant-based formula. Clean, refresh, energize, great for after a shave. I use these after I shave sometimes. After get my hair cut when the line up. But I keep a pack of these in my car. Wipe your face with them. Now for the body and for your face. I'll tell you what saves you during summertime. This saves me during the summertime. Chassis is from the gods. The best powder, the best ball powder on the planet. It keeps you dry. Keeps Big Al and the twins nice. You don't get all that caked up shit going on down there. That's the best shit right there. Dude wipes, Chassis, it's a must have. And then I was talking about, I know you guys don't like talking about this shit, but going to some place like Ulta Beauty, ULTA, just go in there one time, send your bitch in there, go ahead, get you this. Shea Moisture, daily body lotion. This is what I use. This stuff is thick, so it keeps you moisturized. They got an entire line. They got a body wash. They got a face wash. They got all kind of stuff. Just go in there and buy the whole shit, from face down to the lotion, and you're good. Isn't powder messy? No, Mike, it's not. Let me tell you why it's not, man. Specially formulated to prevent chafing and odor, soothes and cool, and it has this little cooling effect too. It's like a little mint thing. This powder is different than any other powder on the market from Chassis. They've put it in, what they do is their videos online, they'll actually put it in water and show that it won't clump up like other powders will clump up. And that's where you get all that funky stuff. No, this is shit. This is it. Chassis is great. Chassis is great. So what did we learn today, gentlemen? What did we learn today? That you need, and here's another thing about everything I just told you. It gives you something to focus on. A big part of a lot of guys' problem is you're not on your purpose, and that's cool. So you hear a lot of this talk about get on your purpose, get on your purpose, get on your purpose. Purpose is not easy to find. I just got on my purpose 5 years ago. But up until then, I had to live a life. Purpose comes differently for different guys. I was in sales for 25 years, 20 plus years. So when you are working 60 hours a week, you don't have as much free time to devote to women. That's why you can raise your standard, because you don't have a bunch of free attention. See, this is where we get fucked up. When you're at work, you're good. When you're at the gym, you're good. When you sleep, you're good. It's in that off time where you got your free time is where you fuck up. And if you can fill your day, then your social decision, your personal decisions with women become a lot easier. When a chick want to holler at Mike Obi, and Mike's like, look, bro, I got this to do, I got that to do. She knows she has to take her hour or two with you, and she has to make the most out of it. You don't got a lot of free time, and that makes you attractive to women, man. So I want to fill your head with so much stuff to do, bro. I want you to get that. That's why I want you working at 60 hours. I really want you working closer to 80, but 60 I'll take. What did I say? Take the additional money, invest a third in stocks and bonds and savings and that kind of stuff. Invest the other third on coaching and self-improvement. But everything I just told you about your apartment, this is a pursuit, man. This is not something you do at one time. And I'm going to tell you, dude, shit, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yeah, there's no talcum powder in there. Yeah, Chris, I'll do that video. Review the personalities on She's Gotta Have It. Sure. Let me copy that. Let me be real, okay? Think about this. Nephew, what do you think? What do you think when I'm talking about going to all these places like IKEA and, estate sales and, garage sales, and I'm putting you in proximity of the baddest bitches in your area. That's what I'm doing. Ratchets don't go to IKEA. Low class people, low class bothersome chicks aren't going to be going to brunch on Sunday. I'm putting you in proximity of a better caliber of women. And I'm putting you there on your terms, not trying to thirst after these broads. And I'm going to take that term away. I don't like the word thirst, because this whole cold approach, I'm going to leave that cold approach thing alone, man, because I got a real problem with dudes talking about cold approaching this lane. But if I put you in proximity, if you really like, let's say I talk about your artwork, right? You ain't going to find them all in one place, and it all has to kind of make sense. So you may go to one place and get a painting. You may go to another place and find it. But guess what? You're going to be floating around in different places around different parts of the city, but you're going to be dealing with the similar class of people. And you'll run into people that you would never run into. Real talk. Every one of my serious relationships, the woman I met, I did not know her. My last serious relationship was with a woman. We were in the same industry. Advertising, sales. Same industry. Same clients, same targets, same kind of activities, and we never crossed paths. How do you get a choosing signal from somebody you never crossed paths with? See, this is what you need to hear from your godfather. I need you out of the fucking house so you can cross paths with people you never normally see. And I need you there on your terms. I mean, you've been to the party before by yourself. You just had a breakup. You're lonely. You're bored. Your boys ain't in town. You got to get out of the house, and you go to one place, and you just sitting on the wall, nursing a drink, feeling all out of place. And you're like, I got to be here because it's the only way I'm going to meet people. But you didn't want to do it. But imagine if you actually knew the bartender, knew the DJ, knew the hostess, knew several of the club regulars, and you walked in and they was like, Michael, Antonio, then you feel at home. So you wouldn't be nursing a drink. You'd be drinking. Somebody would buy you a drink, but you would feel like you belong. This is what I want for you guys. I want you to walk into the local spots in your city, the local pizza spot, the cool spot, the local, you may like Pizza Hut, but go try the independent pizza place. Go try the Greek place. Go try things in your neighborhood. Get out and explore your neighborhood, especially if you move to a kind of area where I'm talking about, and get to feel like you're part of the community. That's where guys are really fucking up, because you're a good dude, man. A lot of you guys are really good dudes, man. You don't hear this enough, so I'm gonna tell you, a lot of you guys are really good men. Solid dudes, good heads on your shoulders, good intentions. You really want better shit, but you just don't know how. You just don't know how, and it feels defeating because it's like it's too complicated. That's why I try to make this shit simple. If I could put you in the proximity of more stuff, life will take over. Trust your Godfather. Trust me. Trust me. If you were doing some of the things I'm talking about, Antonio, you'll just be out and about, and somebody will be like, hey, did I see you over at the Brazilian place? You were there like last Tuesday, right? Yeah, they had, oh yeah. Hey, my name's Brandy. What's your name? Okay. I live around here. Do you? Uh-huh. That's how it happens. See, the dudes don't go from not having anything in life to becoming red pill aware to all of a sudden have a massive rotation and on their purpose. There's a lot of little shit that happens in between that we never really talk about. So I need you guys, one, to thank the Patreons of my channel for making this broadcast possible. Because it's going to go on Patreon. But there are plenty of guys I want to be able to fill in because there's so much information out there. And you need to learn how to act on it. And that's what I'm talking about. If you could act, I want you wake up in the morning and your day is full until you go to bed. Full of shit that you want to do. I want you to have more activity than day left. I want you to have more money than problems. I want you to have more potential women to deal with than you have time.
Thank you so much, Godfather.
Made man. Thank you, fam. And that's the name of the name of my business is Made Men Image Consulting. We're making men. And I guarantee you this, guys. Thanks, Mike. If you start doing these kind of things, get in the gym, start getting more involved in your areas, step out of your comfort zone just a little bit. Just give me the summer. Just trust me. Just give me the summer. And I guarantee you, we'll change your life forever. Because just this hour, I've talked about some important stuff. Your house, your bed, the things, but it's all about your mindset. And when that's going to be the same in Dallas as it would be in Brooklyn. It's the same in Fairfax as it would be if you lived in Seattle. You take you everywhere you go. Like right now, if I move to Charlotte or Atlanta, if I move back to New York City, if I move to London, or if I move to Austin, you know for sure your Godfather would immediately plug into whatever area I was living in. You know, you'd see me walking down the street somewhere, talk about I'm here in Charlotte and I'm walking around. You know that. I didn't always have this, man. I developed it. I was shy, didn't have confidence, raised in the matriarchy, smart. You guys hear me talking about Game of Thrones. I'm a geek. For real. I was looking up Yu-Gi-Oh card tips last night. The Dark Phoenix. No bullshit. I was looking up Yu-Gi-Oh. I was like, what card was that I used to play? With the DD Scout planes, the Dark Phoenix, and Return from the Different Dimension, before they were limited dimension fusion. You know what sparked that conversation? I saw a video about the Dark Phoenix, and she was dealing with Magneto. How I got there, I don't know. I was Googling something on Marvel, and I was like, what's the Phoenix Force? I was like, what is the Phoenix Force? What is this?
I
Is this movie coming out?
appreciate you, Godfather. Comma praying gesture.
There you go. And then you get all the way, but see all that kind of stuff. Believe it or not, beautiful women, the kind of women you want, they are really into that if they are into you. Oh, when you have a woman that's a strong 8, 9, and she's like, who is what is Jinzo? What are these cars you like? These chicks would normally never touch this shit. But because you're into it, because you ain't studying them because your life is so big. I'll send you to the shadow realm. Right? I mean, for real, for real. And the cool thing about guys who are hobbyists like that, whether it's video gamers, whether they're RPG, you have an ability to concentrate and be creative. I want you to be able to do that in real life. So if you can go back to the person I actually talked to earlier, first thing I tell that young man, I want you to go learn how to speak in public. A lot of you guys, there's nothing, not really anything wrong with your appearance. That may need to be a tweak here or there, but your face is fine, and even your body is fine. It's your mindset. And you don't have enough at-bats to really get better. That's why I'm forcing you to just try to do a different way. I'm a big time wizard cat. Toss the coin. Oh, time wizard. It didn't work the same way it did in the video game the game as it did on TV. So guys, if you want to catch the rebroadcast of this, it'll be on Patreon. At the end of the day, every facet of your life, you need to raise the standard to where I want every one of you guys to have a reputation for being the man, a reputation for excellence, a reputation that precedes you. You know what that does for you? It cuts out all the riffraff and clutter. Personally and professionally. When people line up against the Patriots to play, Tom Brady has a reputation. When Jordan was on the court, he had a reputation. I want you to have a reputation. And I want you to have a reputation of being a select man, personally and professionally, a business badass and a sexy motherfucker. Whether you are refined style personality, like a refined style archetype, a rugged style archetype, or a rakish style archetype. Pretty boy, bad boy, roughneck. Those things are all different than the 9 style personalities. And see, the thing is, once you know where you really fit, this is my style personality. This is what really resonates with me here and here. So I need to project that on the outside. This is what makes sense. Christian Grey in 48 and 50 Shades of Grey. Women love that movie. There are women who go crazy over those kind of guys, and they love the rakish guy or the rogue guy. We all fit somewhere. It's not like one is better than the other. It's not like one gets more than the other. What they all share in common is they know themselves and their lives are full and they're confident. That's why getting your Skype consultation is so important. Let me go ahead and put that link in there. I put the link in to book your Skype consultation. I've already made the announcement on Patreon. The rates are going to increase June 1st. So if you're kind of wondering or waiting, you want to go ahead and do that now. And if you just want to chop it up for half an hour, an hour, that's where the advice line is. Guys, again, the world sees how you treat yourself. The world sees how you value yourself. I need you guys to become selfish, put yourself first, because the world does not tell you to do this. The world uses men like utilities, like fodder. No, you need to become the star of your own show. You need to put yourself first, because when you're happy as a man, everything around you is better. But when you're always working to try to make other people happy and you're not happy, that's the guys that die early, die alone, don't want to do any better, lose motivation. And it becomes when I start talking about stuff like decorating your apartment, and you're like, there's no motivation to do any of that. But if your mindset's the way I'm talking about it, it's just something that's exciting. Let me see if I can play this clip. I want to play this clip for you guys. We'll play this clip. Hold on. Just a second. Instead of speaking in front of people, anxiety kicks in. Well, see, that's the thing. And that limits you in life, man. I don't want you to be afraid of doing that. What do you think is going to happen when you speak in front of people? That they're going to laugh at you, or you're going to stumble over your words? What do you think is going to happen? Okay. Just a second, guys. I'm trying to get this over here. I'm gonna stop using Google Hangouts. But I did it today because I wanted to be able to get people in on the line. But I guess nobody wanted any help.
I'm Tom Ford, and these are my personal thoughts on style. First, relax. Style and fashion should enhance your life and not cause you more stress. Breathe. Meditate.
Look at the way this place is decorated. The chair he's sitting in is called an Ames chair.
Reputation is how gays negate homophobia, Asians nullify racism, and Jews vanquish anti-Semitism. Blacks are the only ones who want to deny that.
That's right. Look at this chair he's sitting in is called an Ames chair. Talk about that in a minute.
Find something that works for you and helps to clear your head, and then everything will seem easier.
Fair use.
A good white poplin shirt is something that every man should have a few of in his closet. I like the crispness of a white shirt worn with a dark suit. It always looks good, and somehow the pop of white makes me feel sharper. I personally always wear a color bar with a suit and a tie. It's a bit of a style affectation that makes me feel less conservative in a suit. I think that all men should own a beautifully cut black suit.
Did you guys notice the bedroom? Again, low, minimal, masculine.
Black suit. Quite a few suits today are slim fit with skinny lapels, and the worst thing of all is the short jacket that cuts your butt in half from the back. I don't like an unconstructed suit. I prefer to be gently held in. I like a strong shoulder and a generous lapel. I think a suit should make you feel younger and trimmer. It should make your shoulders look broad and your waist and hips look smaller. There's nothing sexier or more attractive than confidence, and a good suit should give you that. I have two looks really. An urban look, which is almost always a black suit and black boots, and then a country look, which is usually in tones of dark brown. I love this dark brown suede jacket. It's a classic and will last you forever.
Notice the kitchen? Simple, masculine appointments. See, when you do minimal, you don't have to go over the top. That's why you can invest in quality.
Provided you don't gain weight. Night is the one and only place that I think men can really dress in an extravagant way and still look classic and chic. I even wear velvet in the summer. Nothing takes color as well or looks so rich.
Yes, I wear velvet in the summer too. And you will have places to go to wear these kind of things if you expand your horizons.
I tend to like the classic rules of traditional menswear, and I think these are even more important for evening. Wear a proper tuxedo. I think being overdressed is better than being under.
Again, look at this bathroom. Simple, clean, neat. I burn candles too.
Don't be afraid of fragrance. I tend to spray on lots and lots of fragrance, and I mix them throughout the day. Needless to say that in my office, in my house, there's a bottle of fragrance just about every 20 feet. And by the end of the day, I'm like a walking potpourri. Just choose a great fragrance, and no one will complain that you have too much on. Rather, they will.
Notice how there's not a lot of clutter. I love this look.
Want to get near your neck and take a deep breath, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on who you are.
All right, guys. Of course, you guys know I love Tom Ford style, but I like showing that video. Sometimes I show it to clients. The whole point of that was to show you how, I give you an idea of how I like to live. It's just minimal, simple, minimal, masculine. I guarantee you this, I can tell you this, that any woman of substance, if you have a simple, minimal, masculine pad like that, you will separate yourself from the boys. Yep. All right. Let me see if we have any more questions. You stutter and stumble over your words. That's something you're going to have to work on. You have to work on it. You can't avoid it. You have to work on it. My opinion on a shawl collar. I prefer peak lapels, but shawl collars work on evening wear. Work really well on evening wear. Appreciate that, Xanatos. Guys, at the end of the day, here's what it comes down to. Your life should be spent, you should be investigating your life. Don't spend so much time. Like I said, if you really start focusing on all aspects of your life, if you have a fuller life, a life where you're actually getting out and exploring, a lot of the problems that you guys have will self-correct. A lot of it will. A lot of the social awkwardness you have will self-correct because you will just be out in public. You'll realize that people really aren't that bad. A lot of guys have anxiety because you've not been out there. And the worst thing that for any human is an imagination. A lot of times we imagine things and it's not that bad. That's why I love hashtag show your work. When I hear guys talk about, this is bad out there and these women are this and and they'll do this. And I say, okay, tell me what happened in your last situation. And when they have to really address the fact that they haven't experienced it, or it's been 10 years ago or whatever, they start to realize they've made a proverbial mountain out of a molehill. And the way you counter that is by creating new beliefs, new experiences. 2019 is your opportunity to say, this is the summer I'm going to take control of my life in all facets. I'm going to set new habits in place. I'm going to set a new direction. I'm going to set a new standard for myself. Whether you decide to be a MGTOW monk or whether you decide to be a ladies' man, it's all your freaking choice. And you can maximize and dominate. Shout out to C Boogie. You can dominate at all facets. The next time I do this stream, we're going to talk about the professional world. I want you to be a professional badass and a sexy motherfucker. How do you lose this way? If you are respected, feared, loved, sought after professionally, you'll likely enjoy what you do. And if conversely, You have all these same things, opportunities in your personal life. How do you lose this way? You can choose it. Sanitos is in here. That brother lived in, I want to say, Prince George's County. That's in the DMV area. He's in Utah. Sometimes you have to move to increase your odds. That is why I said, do not be born, raised, educate, live, reproduce. Marry, reproduce, die all in the same damn city. You need to move. Experience something new. And until you can move, you need to move around your town, around your city. If you live on the west side, go to the north side, go to the south side, go to the east side. Don't spend this summer on your side of town. If you don't have a vehicle or you're kind of more landlocked, explore your area. I found new things in one of my favorite districts around here, and it was hidden in plain sight. It was hidden behind the buildings. It was actually line of building, a line of shops, a line of buildings, line of shops, line of buildings, another street, line of shops, line of building. But right in there is a little courtyard and all kind of cool shit in there. Didn't know that it existed. It's a great place. Anyway, I actually showed a video of it on Instagram. You will have far fewer things that bother you. I hate when they say the word men complain. Men, you have legitimate gripes. But I want to remove those by helping you to live a far more interesting life. Next Memorial Day, I want you to have so many damn invitations for things to do, so many cookouts, I want you to be turning down things. And I don't want you to wait till next Memorial Day. I want you to get to the fall to where people are inviting you to a watch party, to come watch the game, to a party. Damn it. You're too good to be sitting in the house letting life pass you by. You know what? Honestly, I believe that's sinful. Like I said, a lot of you guys have a lot to offer, and you're not offering it is a shame on your part. The world needs you. And it's a damn shame that you're actually restricting access to you. How about that for a twist? I'm serious. I am not bullshitting. We know the state of manhood and masculinity today. We need you out here at your best. Have your red pill knowledge, your red pill truth. You don't need to be a red pill warrior out in the world. Just like you don't go out and hammer your political beliefs or your religious beliefs, but you still be the man you are. I want to see more guys out living life. I would love to see people on their Instagram. Hey, over at the Mediterranean place. Oh, over at the Ethiopian place. Oh, man, I'm going out to watch a movie in the park. Man, I went to Wine and Plaza over here. Going down to so-and-so for a weekend trip. What's stopping you? What's holding you back? At the end of the day, the biggest thing that's holding most guys back, and you can choose to change that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Like I said, if you want to catch the rebroadcast of this, it'll be up on Patreon. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the CIA. One Love FBI. I got to go get me some more allergy medication. This evening, I will be at, the Summer of Success. I mentioned I will be doing coaching. If you didn't watch that video, one of the steps I said is you need to work with a coach. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be releasing special coaching packages for guys 23 and under, 24 to 30, where you can get a package of coaching sessions, one a month over the course of the summer at a substantially reduced rate. Limited supply on those guys. So first come, first serve. I'm going to roll it out to the Patreons first. And the Patreons will have first dibs, first crack at it. And then 72 hours later, I'll actually drop it out on YouTube. Don't miss that. And if you didn't watch that Summer of Success video, yeah, you want to check that out. You know, I think there was some great steps to where you can actually change your life for you. There we go. Let me get that video. Copy that link. Here you go. There it is. Summer of Success. All right, gentlemen. Till next time. Talk at you.
Thought you do it so much better.